A simple vinaigrette brought together in a beautiful bowl and tossed with spring veggies makes for the perfect salad centerpiece. It's springtime, the birds are chirping, the radishes are sprouting, and all I want is a crisp green salad. We're gonna start with this beautiful wooden salad bowl. The reason I love this thing is because it's an heirloom from the minute you get it home. This particular one is made from one piece of wood. I just love how they feel, and then it gives salad a sense of ceremony. First thing we've got to do is a little bit of mise en place. So we're just gonna get all of our chopping out of the way so that when we're ready to make the salad, it's super easy. For starters, we are going to mince a little bit of shallot. You're just gonna cut it in half, remove the peel, and then cut it into fine strips like this. You can see they're still attached at the root. This makes them a lot easier to chop. Now I just turned it and I'm gonna cut them crosswise into a fine little mince. I've already gone ahead and prepped some cucumbers and some carrots. For this kind of salad, you wanna cut them into about 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces, depending on the veggie. You want crunch, but you don't wanna be chewing on it for too long. In the spring, radishes are the first thing to pop out of the garden, the first thing to appear at the farmer's market. You should seek out as many colors as you can. Some of them are gonna be a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy, but they're so colorful and they add so much. In the early spring, when the asparagus is incredibly tender and as skinny as your pinky, it's so good raw. Cut these guys on a bias, just kind of like cutting it on a diagonal. It makes for a crunchy piece, but at the same time, it's gonna release a lot of that sweet asparagus flavor. The most important thing in any salad, obviously, beautiful, fresh spring lettuces. Got our gorgeous salad bowl. All of our prep is done. It's time to make salad. The first thing we're gonna do is blend a couple kinds of vinegar. I like to use 2 different vinegars at least, and sometimes a little bit of citrus juice, because it's gonna bring out a lot of different flavors from the vinegars, and they're gonna create sort of a symphony. Something really simple you can do to make a salad a showstopper. This is about 1.5 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. I've got some awesome aged cherry vinegar. This is my favorite. Use about 1.5 teaspoons of that too. This dressing can be scaled up, scaled down, however much you like to put on your salad is the right amount. To this blend of vinegars, I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon of our minced shallot. Always let your shallot and your vinegar kind of get to know each other before you mix up your salad dressing. What that's gonna do is gonna take the punch out of the shallot. So I've got 1/2 lemon here, and I'm gonna squeeze it through my hand just in case there are any seeds loose. So that we can get all the flavor of the zest as well, I'm gonna go ahead and take the outside of this lemon and rub it around the inside of the bowl. The next thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit of salt. The reason we add the salt now is so that it has a chance to dissolve in the liquid. Got some really good Dijon mustard, and what that's gonna do is add a little bit of a punch, but also it's gonna act as our emulsifier, creating a really creamy dressing. A little drizzle of honey for sweetness. This is gonna offer balance to all those acids. Pepper. I'm gonna whisk this just until it's creamy before I add the oils. Next, we're gonna add grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is gonna give a little bit of body to the dressing. Now we've got some gorgeous extra virgin olive oil, and this is gonna add some really great flavor. I like mixing my oils as well as my vinegars. Now we've got a beautiful vinaigrette formed in the bottom of our bowl. The next step is gonna be to add all of our hard vegetables to make sure they get coated in plenty of dressing. Go ahead and mix up the hard veggies in with the vinaigrette so they get really nicely coated. What you're gonna do is take your salad tongs and cross them over each other on top of your beautifully dressed hard veggies. These veggies will stay fresh in the dressing for up to an hour, but what won't stay fresh is beautiful tender greens. I've got some gorgeous salad greens here. Just remove their stems. I'm just gonna keep tearing these in here until our bowl is nice and full. This is just a mix of whatever's fresh in springtime. In my market, we had some dill, we've got some chervil here, you could use tarragon certainly, and a little bit of fresh parsley and thyme. This salad can sit just like this for up to 1 hour as long as it stays cool. This is an awesome way to set a big salad down on the dinner table and make sure it stays fresh. This is a beautiful, crisp French Sauvignon Blanc, and it's gonna be a perfect pairing for this salad. Bring up all these colorful, hard veggies and use the dressing that's coating them to coat these tender salad greens. This is the perfect salad for tender, crunchy spring veggies.